Hello students, a very good afternoon to all the students. So students, today we are going to start with a new topic, that is from cocoons to silk. Here we are going to understand the whole process of obtaining silk from the cocoons. So the process of obtaining silk involves the following steps. So students, for obtaining the silk we have to go through the different processes, and the first one is boiling. The cocoons are first boiled in hot water or treated in oven to kill the pupa inside. So students, why do we first boil the cocoons? So students, we boil the cocoons in order to kill the pupa inside it. For killing the pupa, we need to first boil them in hot water, and then we can also treat them in oven so that the pupa is killed inside the cocoon. So now why do we have to kill the pupa? We have to kill pupa because if we do not kill the pupa, then it will break the cocoon. So students, after the cocoon breaks, it will reduce the length of the silk fibers. So for this reason, we have to kill the pupa. Okay, so now we are moving on to the second one, that is reeling. So what is reeling? It is the process of taking out threads from the cocoon. So students, the process of taking out threads from the cocoon is known as reeling. Reeling is done in special machine that unwind the thread or fibers of silk from the cocoon. So students, reeling should be done in a special machine, and in that machine it will help to unwind the threads or the fibers of the silk that are obtained from the cocoons. So students, the fibers of the cocoon are too fine and delicate to handle. So we all know that the fibers that are obtained from the cocoons are too fine and they are very much delicate to handle, because of which many of them are reeled together to yield a stronger thread called the raw silk. So students, as the fibers that are obtained from the cocoon are very fine and delicate to handle, so many of them, like 3 to 10 fine filaments, are reeled together to yield a strong thread, and that is known as the raw silk. The inferior quality silk produced by the damaged or waste cocoon is called the spoon silk. So students, the damaged or the waste cocoon will produce the inferior quality silk, and that inferior quality silk is known as spoon silk. Okay. So after reeling, the next process is throwing. So students, the raw silk is twisted to produce torn silk. So the raw silk that is produced after the reeling process is then twisted to produce the torn silk. The process is called throwing. This process is known as throwing. This prevents the silk from splitting into individual fibers. So students, by the process of throwing, we will be able to prevent the silk from splitting into individual fibers. So students, after throwing, the next process is dyeing. Thrown silk is dyed for making colored fabric. So students, the thrown silk are then dyed for making it a colored fabric. The dyed silk fiber are then spun into silk thread that are woven into silk cloth by the weavers. So students, in the last process, the dyed silk are then spun into the silk thread, and then they are woven into silk cloth by the weavers. So I hope it is clear to you. So students, now we are going to understand about the summary of the whole process of obtaining silk from the silk moth. So let's start. The whole process starts with the female silk moth in the silk farm. So students, we all know that it is the female silk moth who will lay eggs. That these eggs are incubated in an incubator in order to produce the larvae. So students, in order to hatch the eggs to produce the larvae, we have to warm them. So in order to warm the eggs, they are incubated in an incubator. So after the production of larvae, they are nothing but they are silkworms or the caterpillar. So students, the larvae then feed on the mulberry leaves for about 25 to 30 days, after which they start spinning the cocoons. So cocoons are then placed in hot water or the oven. So students, They are placed in hot water or oven, after which the pupa dies. After the pupa dies, the process of reeling starts and the silk thread are obtained. So, after the pupa dies, the process of reeling starts and the silk threads are obtained. These are then reeled together to yield or to produce a strong thread called the raw silk. Okay, students. So, after the production of the raw silk, the process of throwing starts. In this process, this raw silk are twisted to produce the thrown silk. So, students, after the production of thrown silk, the next process is dyeing, where the thrown silk are dyed to produce a colored silk. And these colored silk are finally weaved into the silk cloth. Okay, students. So, I hope it is clear to you. With this, we complete today's topic. And thank you and have a good day.